Oh my God. Just so slick. You gotta plow through the snow and the deep sand. I don't know if you guys can see how deep those are. Those things are like body deep. And you can see the ruts with the icy snow. It's tough. It's tough stuff. Whew. You can see how deep these things are. They're basically like little doubles. Man, I miss these. But boy, am I not in shape for this. Holy crap. Whew, that's getting too sketchy. All the more I filmed today. That stuff was super sketchy. It's hard enough without snow on top of it, and I used to be the king of that stuff, and man, I had to swallow some serious humble today. It was embarrassing to film, so I didn't film much. I'm not in good enough shape to ride that stuff. That's deep sand. Let's say the top of the sand is like a wet 7 inches. And then we had like some spots 10 inches of snow on top of that, and it's been frozen and thawed and frozen and thawed. And when we first got there, there was a little track that I didn't put any of the footage at all in here. Ruts and stuff are so deep, your front end would hop over them because they're like frozen sand, and then you'd hit the backside and it would just slough off, just blowing through, and you couldn't see any of the rocks. It was an absolute nightmare. Very humbling experience. Like I said, I used to be the king of that stuff. I used to go so fast for that crap, and I felt like the biggest squid today. It was pretty embarrassing. And then your hands are cold on top of that. And the bike works really good. The bar's a little bit too tall. I'm probably going to put a lower bar on it. I have a stock KTM one that I can put on there, and so that'll help a little bit. And then the rear suspension sag is a little bit, it's sitting a little bit stink bug for me right now, and in those sand whoops it was putting a lot of weight on the front, and with how deep it was with the snow and the sand, you really couldn't have that any weight over the front at all, and the rear wasn't squatting enough for me, and it would just swap bad. And so it was, as you're going through the rollers, you can hear the engine, and it's a little bit too deep for me to pull a taller gear, and it was a little bit too slick to run the lower gear. And then I have these they're kind of knockoff Michelin S12s, and I've never been a real big fan of that tire anyway, and so they don't work that great. You need a true like paddle out there, a Dunlop or Pirelli paddle. That's all I had for you today. I don't want to get too long-winded on this video, but yeah, very humbling experience for me today. Take care.